Greetings, heroes and adventurers, Viking warriors and barbarians. I am the Ancient Gamer, and in this video we're going to take a look at Assassin's Creed Valhalla and its new expansion, The Wrath of the Druids. As usual, if you enjoy the video, please remember to give it a like, and if you're looking for more of a long-term commitment, consider subscribing to my channel for more. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is a game I finished a few months ago and really enjoyed. I'm definitely excited for the Wrath of the Druids expansion. Just the idea of going to 9th century Ireland is interesting and cool. It has to be chock full of emerald glades, primeval forests, and foggy coastlines. Not to mention hordes of pagan wild people with funky nature worship spirit beliefs. I hope this plays out like the legacy of the First Blade DLC from AC Odyssey. I might be in the minority, but I really liked First Blade more than Fate of Atlantis, which I thought was kinda long and a little cartoony. The only thing missing from First Blade, for me, was a trip to Persia, and Wrath of the Druids, of course, starts out with a trip to Ireland. To get ready for that trip, and making a new video, I did pick up the Knights of the Round Table armor set from my video game cartoon action figure guy. As a rule, I can't stand microtransactions and truly believe the best thing we gamers can do about them is to pretend they don't exist. But every once in a while, I get suckered into buying some new gear for whatever virtual G.I. Joe I happen to be playing with at the time. In this case, the Round Table armor set looks good. It's black, it's beautiful, and the detail work by the artist is top-notch. So with that, we're off. I haven't played this yet, and I'm only going to get it started and play in a little ways to give us an idea of what it looks like without revealing any story secrets. I'm going to tune out now to let you enjoy the action. So here it is, the very beginning of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, The Wrath of the Druids.
Things have not gone as planned. Hytham! Perhaps you can aid me in locating Hytham.
What is your purpose with him?
I have brought a sampling of goods from Ireland. That is, if I can bring my ships to dock.
Azar! I see you've met Eivor Wolfkist.
Ah, so you are Eivor. In fact, I bring you a message from Ireland.
I know no one in Ireland.
The letter is from Dublin's king. Sadly, I seem to have misplaced it.
The King of Dublin. Why would such a one write to me?
He wishes to expand trade to England. The purpose of my bringing goods here.
Azar is from the east, but lives in Ireland now. But in matters of trade, Azar, your king should petition Randvi.
He claims to know Eivor. He asked me to accompany you on the trip there.
I know no king, and I'm certainly not about to journey to Ireland.
But first, Azar, you must build a trading post. In fact, where is your trade ship?
Ah, yes. An unfortunate incident, most concerning. Trading rivals have blocked the river, and thus my goods.
A blocked river hurts all Ravensthorpe. Stay. I will put things right.
As you see, Eivor is a person of action. Find me later, when the river is safely clear.
Of course, my friend. I thank you, Eivor. I will find the king's letter in the meantime.
You keep insisting that I know an Irish king. It is a fantasy. What manner of king is it that sends me letters from Ireland? Let's go!
Soon enough.
Azar, the river's clear, save for a few bodies and sticks. Your goods will get through.
Your reputation comes honestly then, though I am not sure about the name Wolf-Kissed.
The scar on my neck.
Ah, my Viking name would then be Azar One-Eye.
Thank you, Azar One-Eye. My men will help construct your trade post.
Then I am twice indebted to you. If ever you change your mind about Ireland, I will be found in the trade post, once built. Oh, and I found your letter. Here.
My cousin Barith is alive, King of Dublin. The not near never failed to delight.
Eivor, are you prepared to go to Ireland?
Azar, you did not tell me the king was my cousin.
It was most amusing this way, was it not? A little mystery.
I prefer to know what is what. But it was a pleasant surprise.
He's eager to see you. Shall we set sail?
Yeah, I would like to see this land. And my cousin Barith.
Ireland. A patchwork of petty kings jostling for hills and pastures and green glens. My adopted isle.
Azar, how is it that Barith, as Norse as ice, is king of Dublin?
Dublin is a Viking city, Eivor. But in fact, merchants and beggars come from all parts to parade in its muddy streets.
Odd to think of Barith as king of a city.
It perhaps sounds grander than it is. Ireland has many kings. They litter the countryside, and Barith's throne is not secure. Flann Sinna calls the tune.
Who's he?
Soon to be crowned High King of all Ireland. Flann distrusts Vikings, though he needs them.
Barith will find a way. As a boy, he wasn't much of a fighter, but somehow always came out all right.
I'm sure what you say is true. Certainly he is loved by his people. Your crew can find lodging here. Come, let us find Barith.
Eivor! Blood of my blood! Look at you! You have Aunt Rosta's cheekbones! And you, the 7-year-old lives in you still.
It has been a long stretch since we pelted old Ganfrid with apple cores.
He never forgave us that.
And Sigurd in the clan? How goes with all?
There's much to tell you, Barith. But let me breathe your Irish air.
Thank you for keeping my ports from being set ablaze in my absence.
My ports? Yes, old man. I can rule my city even without you here. Eivor, you arrive in good time. I'm hosting a feast in honor of my son, Sigfrid. He is 17 today.
A 17-year-old son.
And rather a difficult boy at that. Come, there's much to show on the way to my castle.
A kingship, a son, and a castle. Truly, you have a fine life, Barid.
Castle? It is a wooden house. Finely crafted, to be sure, but in Shiraz, it would be home to a middling rug merchant.
Lead me to your rock merchant's wooden hovel, Barid.
Just look at her docks. Wee babe of a city, but the biggest port in all Ireland.
You cannot appreciate Irish
Where's
air.
the banquet?
I'll be there shortly.
Barid, my mighty king.
Aoife, this is my cousin, Eivor. Show him the bow I had you make for him. My only regret is that my mother and my wife aren't here to greet you. They've gone on pilgrimage to the mountains just now. The waters there improve mother's health. I am left to discipline my wayward son.
And to host a banquet.
Which should be already underway. Sigfrid! I expect my son to act like the future king, not roll in the muck.
So Flann will take you on as his farting court jester?
Think with your head and not your arse. Flann can assure my throne, which will one day be yours.
That makes you the ass.
Enough! Eivor, my son, Sigfrid. I'm sorry, I must clear my head. Could you speak to the boy?
Only shitbirds mock their father under his own roof.
Right. Because the cousin who just arrived has the authority over how I speak in my own home.
In Norway, you'd be knocked to the ground by now.
Come on then. If you've any guts worth respecting.
Fine, whelp.
You won't land a single punch. I guess I owe you thanks for not beating me bloody.
I'm not here to quarrel with you, Sigfrid.
Da speaks so highly of you. I wanted to see if you lived up to the stories.
Does anyone? You are unhappy with how your father rules.
Da has the makings of a fine king, but he chooses to play the unctuous merchant instead.
A visit to Norway might do a young Viking girl like you some good.
I'd love to go with Da. Maybe the homeland would kindle his warrior spirit. Give Dublin a fair and fearsome king.
I've lost track of your father. Any idea where he might be?
He wanted to clear his head. That means he's visiting grandfather's grave. Da has a chat with him almost every day.
Barid can commune with the dead?
No, his conversations are all one-sided. The grave sits at the top of the hill.
I'll find him. Thank you, Siegfried.
Eivor, teach me how to hit like that sometime.
Barith. Why so uneasy?
A king must forever be on guard. When I'm upset or uncertain, I come here to seek my father's spirit.
I didn't even ask after him. Somehow I knew he'd...
Some years ago, he was destined to die in battle, and he did.
He sits with Odin now. My family owes yours a sullen debt.
That winter, your family came to stay with us. I remember your birth, screaming like a warrior.
The plague year. No one would take us in. No one but your mother and father. I owe your family my life.
And what a life we had. I have fond memories of you and I slipping out to hunt.
In dead of night. Stars in the sky, moonlight on snow. And that's how I got that scar.
I do feel bad about that. What about the one on your cheek?
This? A caution from the gods about my vanity.
Come, if we tell all our stories, we'll be here a week.
Do you see something?
My imagination run amok, but let us away. Over here, Eivor! Funny how just the slightest noise sets a fellow on edge.
Why Thor's hammer, Gareth? Give yourself up! What? Who are these men? Who were they?
My ascension to the throne has not been without contest. The previous king's son, Thorstein, is resentful.
You told me nothing of this.
You are my guest. I'm not going to burden you with petty concerns.
Petty concerns. I now know why you've been anxious all evening.
Aye, 'tis worrying. He's never been so bold before.
He sees you as a usurper to his throne.
Puts me in a bad light with Flann. That's certain. Keep a sharp watch. Brigands rove the streets tonight.
You can be sure of me, my king.
What? You know I am always the last to leave a party. What is wrong?
We were ambushed by Thorstein's men. Rivals I was not made aware of.
Small wonder King Flann does not embrace you, Barith. You cannot keep control of the Vikings in your own city.
Thorstein makes me look like more of an arse than I do on my own.
I see. It is the High King's disfavor that makes this shameful. My cousin, I will take care of Thorstein.
No, I do not want to drag you into this sorry mess. Perhaps he'll accept silver to lie low.
For a week or two. But then he'll be back, and back again. I can remove this blood, once and for all.
Eivor, this is not your fight.
For any and all of your gods' sakes, Barith, let Eivor help you.
As of this moment, Barith, my arm is yours. Whatever is needed to bring Flann's smile upon you, I will do.
Eivor, I have never been so happy.
Your family saved mine those years ago. A fitting reply would be to secure your throne. I will start with Thorstein.
It happens that Siegfried may know something. He once ran with Thorstein's gang.
Sadly true. Seek him tomorrow in the marketplace. After a night of carousing, he likes to recuperate there.
We will begin to forge a bond with High King Flann on Rise of Sun.